Hello, Taurus. Happy new moon. Happy solar eclipse. Partial solar eclipse, that is. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. Already prayed over your cards. Already asked for complete and total clarity for your reading. All right. I'm a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. There you go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. So, first house. Aries rules first house, and the moon is in Aries, right? So, this is a week that, new moon just in general encourages everyone to rest, get your rest, and just to get more structured and authoritative with just getting your rest, right? And just saying, I am the great I am inside of you, a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. So that's what you want to focus on, getting your rest and healing. So, good news is coming through. Prepare yourself for some good news coming through. Right? That you've been working on. Something you have been working on. Right? Something physical. Having to do with a young energy. Right? Right? Something you paid for. Behind closed doors. You and someone paid for behind closed doors. Right? A rebirth. So you're getting some good news coming through. So you have some idea. Somebody has some ideas about something. So you don't have time to waste your air on something from the past. So you have some ideas, moving forward. Yeah. So you are choosing to see what you're choosing to, time is money. You're choosing to put your time towards something moving forward versus something in the past. That's what I'm seeing. Something in the past. That's what you're focusing on. The future, not the past, right? So you're keeping your vibrations high. You're keeping your vibrations high about anything. You're not giving air to, anything. You're just keeping your vibrations high, which is a good thing, right? You're free from the past. You're free from anything in the past. You're keeping your vibrations high. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Yep, here we have the Lover's card. So you made a decision. You made a decision. No more dysfunctional relationships for you. It's a balance for you. Keep it balanced out. That's a decision. And you're speaking that into existence. You're leaving all of the, secrets in the past behind. All of that, right? Right? Heartbreak, all of that, you're leaving it behind. You're not even talking about it in the past. Heartbreaks, all of that behind. You're focusing on moving forward. Yeah. So, and Source is rewarding you for that. Source is actually rewarding you for that. Somebody's either married or getting married, and you're moving on. Yeah, you're moving on, right? Not talking to or about anything that you felt like you had to let go of, right? Yeah. So here we have the Seven of Cups, right? The scales from your eyes have been removed, right? So somebody is realizing, and I always say this in my readings, is water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it. So when a person uses the word snake, you gotta be real careful too, because everyone has been called a snake. When you outgrow some kind of an environment and the scales from your eyes have been removed, right? You outgrow a job. If you stay there too long and you complain, somebody's gonna call you a snake. Oh, somebody's gonna feel like, okay, him or her, whoever outgrew an environment, they're a snake. It can't be trusted. Somebody has called you a snake. Somebody has called this person a snake. Somebody has called everybody's a snake, right? By somebody's account. Once the scales from their eyes have been removed, somebody's outgrown something, right? Um, that's someone's feelings. That's water. That's someone's feelings. That's somebody's belief about something, right? Like somebody's a wolf in sheep's clothing based on who they're with. You know, based on their dark wolf or light wolf, based on what pack they're running with, what group they're with, right? Whether something's out in the open or something is hidden, right? That is a free will. That is their choice, right? So, Source is saying your belief is your belief. Somebody else's belief is their belief, right? It's with free choice, free will, whatever you choose to believe. But Source is saying don't invoke any more nightmares for yourself. Don't invoke any more nightmares. Focus on moving forward. Leave the past in the past. Move on. Move behind. Right. So again, you have your ideas. Somebody else has their ideas. You can be split with ideas, and that's that. Move on. Right. You're not going back. It doesn't produce any results. That's the end of that. Yep. You're free. It would be foolish to go backwards. It would be foolish for somebody else to go backwards. Move on. Something just doesn't produce any results. It just doesn't produce any results, period. Right? So here we have somebody has a new and exuberant love in their lives. And that is what matters. That is what matters. That's all that matters, right? That's right. And so here's the Justice card. So Justice, right? So Justice rules 7th house. And so 7th house is marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, enemies. And so the Justice card is not always necessarily court justice, right? It's spiritual justice, right? It can also reveal also our inner enemies of doing ourselves injustice by not being balanced out within, really believing that someone else is a better half. Like this right here. This is one person. This is right here, one person. This is self-love. It's like, okay, seeing yourself as like this is the light to our darkness and vice versa, and meeting somebody else who is whole and complete within themselves, right? And that's it. Not looking for a better half. You are your better half. Somebody else is their better half, right? Being whole and complete. And that's it. Right? So, and creating a legacy together. Creating a legacy together, right? So, looking at your cards here, somebody has you got familiar spirits. You got familiar spirits watching. You got familiar spirits watching. 2 energies. Yeah. Yeah, you got familiar spirits watching someone, like right outside someone's door. What is this card? Okay. What is this? Okay. So you got so somebody has their family, somebody's family is watching So it's two parts of this. It's two parts of this. So legacy. So legacy. So on some cards, I'll just mention this cards on some cards. So you have some people's legacy, their ancestors are watching over them. So however you want to look at it. However you want to look at it, because sometimes it is actually physical energies that's actually watching people, that's like outside people's doors, seeing somebody, you know, being received, um, returning, you know, yeah, here we have, or something happening, right? Somebody has gone down, you know, some kind of a rabbit hole or whatever, but to find out some information, to find out some kind of an information. Yeah, somebody has gone down some kind of a rabbit hole to find out some kind of information about somebody. But anyway, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so somebody has mm-hmm. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. So so yeah, so somebody is so somebody went down um a rabbit hole and found out some information. I know y'all said that in my last reading, right? Y'all, somebody was like, somebody went down a rabbit hole and found out some information about some energies, right? Hmm. But anyway, so you're focusing on, like I said, you're focusing on some good info, some good news you got coming in. That's all you need to focus on. Focus on some good news you got coming in. Some good news that you have coming in. And that's what you're focusing on. Your good news coming in. And that's all that matters. All right, so Three of Wands. Three of Wands here. So you're looking forward, you're looking ahead, you're looking forward. Yeah, you're looking forward. Looking ahead. So you're looking, somebody's looking forward, looking ahead to structure, like structure and, like I said, structure and authority, like just creating structure, maybe some new structure here. So that is what I'm seeing for you all. That is what I'm seeing moving forward for you, and that is it. That is it, and that is all. That is it, and that is all. So yeah, expression. You're on the right track. Someone is a light worker. So as to say, you have opportunities coming across your path. Focus on a healthier lifestyle and get your savings in order. Get your savings in order, right? I'm seeing duality here. It's time to say goodbye to something. say goodbye to the cycle. Saying goodbye to a cycle. Move on. Time to say goodbye to a cycle. Let's see what else we got going on here. What? Heart path. It's not worth pursuing a path without passion. This road will only lead you to uncertainty and frustration. Follow your heart and you can't go wrong, so make room. Create space to welcome a positive change into your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with your future that you are creating. Life is a gift. Life is unfolding for you, so seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. It's time to cut out all the noise where there is hope. The pause is the shift. And so exactly as you are. And so the one who is always dissatisfied with the present moment will never have a better future. And so receiving it all. And so let go. So I just want you to let go. Let go. Let go. That is what I have for you. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. Move on. Move on. Move on. Move on. All right. Bye.